Hello, everyone. It's indeed breaking news. Finally. And then. Yeah, that's what they used to sing that. So, but anyway, yes, Wike has been expelled by PDP. Breaking news says Sahara reporters reporting PDP expels FCT Minister Wike, Fayose, Anyanwu others at National Convention. The shock decision, I don't know what's shocking about that decision. You should put it the long awaited decision. The shock decision taken before a charged crowd of delegates was set in motion when Chief Olabode George, former National Vice Chairman South, moved a motion calling for their immediate expulsion. The People's Democratic Party on Saturday, that's today, expelled the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose, and the party's former National Secretary Samuel Anyanwu at its national convention in Ibadan, Oyo State. The shock decision taken before a charged crowd of delegates was set in motion when Chief Olabode George, former National Vice Chairman South, moved the motion calling for their immediate expulsion. However, Samaila Buga, the chairman of the PPP in Bauchi, promptly seconded the motion. The way they say, however, I was expecting they were going to say that. He now said no, it was stopped. Anyway, Sahara reporters had reported that People's Democratic Party elective convention is underway in Ibadan, Oyo State, and amid heavy anticipation, security presence, and reports of delays affecting delegates and commuters alike. As of 1:35 p.m., only 17 states and the Federal Capital Territory had been fully accredited despite the convention initially being scheduled to begin at 1. I think it's in the last video that I uploaded where we talked about it, and also how there was a lot of security, parks and a lot of things close to the stadium had to be shut down, literally just affecting people's lives. All major motor parks and roads surrounding the stadium have been temporarily shut down, causing traffic nightmares for residents and commercial drivers. And they talked about certain areas where it was really difficult now to get to because all of those areas, were out. But the main story here is the fact that, Nyesom Wike has been expelled by PDP. It's really been long overdue. During the 2023 election, Nyesom Wike worked against his own party, PDP, and worked with the APC presidential candidate who later rigged the election and got into office. And along the way, also, he has also shown his support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu going towards 2027. And though the name was not mentioned as the former governor of Benue State, he is also supposed to be on this list because these are people who have already said that they were going to give their support to Tinubu in 2027, even though they are still members of the PDP. Maybe they are amongst the people whom they said an order. So maybe they are amongst the people that are ordered. But there's a lot coming here to unpack in terms of the comments that people have made. We have Big Bash here said, although it is coming too late, it is commendable. Thanks to Lieutenant A.M. Yerima, what the PDP couldn't muster the courage to do for 2 years, they have summoned the courage to do so because of Yerima has shown them that the man is not tough as they think. And so a lot of people, and you're going to see that there's this thing about psyche. There's always this thing where people don't understand that most times it's an illusion of power that people have. Whatever you do, don't allow people test that illusion, because you're going to find out that there's nothing. There's no one person who it is that is so powerful, it's all powerful and nothing can be done to that person. There's no human being who has all of that. No matter what it is, there's always one thing. It's better to be decent rather than being a bully that people will always want to unmask. And so it begins, says Bello at Benjamin 2U on X, formerly known as Twitter. He said the unmaking of Wike first was the Yerima humiliation ritual, now departing him. That's the reason why Makinde stationed back to hijack the PDP structure. It was for this purpose, according to this particular person. But there's another person who is concerned with another question, and that person was like, can this salvage the battered image of the party? And he's of the opinion no, because PDP is supposed to be the major opposition party, but we all know since 2015 that PDP lost power. They have never been able to put themselves together and get into power again. It's more focused on, sort of like blaming a lot of people, blaming people who voted for APC, blaming people for this, blaming people for that. And it seems as if they never take that responsibility. But we'll see how this goes. But Oladiji Dada said, justice delayed is justice denied. This action is good and commendable. It might be too late in the day. Only time will tell. But Jenkins Bug, as far as he's concerned, he says it's medicine after death. We have Israel Atume, who according to him, Wike's job is already done in PDP. And so whether they expel him, they don't expel him, he has already done the thing that he wanted to do. Then heaven said, wait for our corrupt judges, Wike's boys, to overturn it as usual. And it's so unfortunate that the judiciary that should be the last resort of the common man has become the plaything of corrupt politicians and the ridicule of the masses, because people just know that a lot of wrong things that happen in our country, especially politically, came because the courts usually give the wrong people the mandate. It's almost as if that after voting, the people would have voted, suffered to vote, and the court then would turn around and do it. But Ebube Dike says, I trust Wike to be on Channels TV by tomorrow. He'll be there. Hola also say long overdue, but it's better late than never. And of course, he put out Yerima, the naval officer Yerima's picture of the where they were standing, eyeball to eyeball with Wiki, and with the caption, I'm not a fool, sir. Who is the PDP now? They should go and relax. I beg, that's this comment that came from Kingsley Egbo, and Daddy Federal Chloe says, nice move. Now I know PDP is ready for something serious. Good luck, PDP. The voice says this is what should have been done a long time ago, and they feel that it's not done. And I'll end here with Coin Wisa, who said, this is a welcome development. But what do you think about now that PDP is finally expelling Wike? Do you think it's the right thing they have done, or they shouldn't have done it, or it's long overdue, or what it is? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.